The next issue, healthcare proxies. I'm sure this one's going to generate some discussion as well. New York State does not have a statutory short form for a healthcare proxy, so there is no guideline specifically what is in a healthcare proxy. It should always be a custom document that has been drafted by people who know the powers you need. It should not be the piece of paper you get at the doctor's office that you fill out. That's insufficient for the powers that you will need and you will want. And I'll talk about that when I get to my specific issues. With a healthcare proxy in New York State, it does take effect. It's a springing document. It takes effect when somebody is unwilling to make their own healthcare decisions. And this is determined by the physician who has primary responsibility for treatment. So the primary care physician is the one who turns the healthcare proxy on and allows you to make decisions for your loved one. I like to put in issues for withdrawing treatment, and this language will probably look familiar. I allow, in my forms, withdrawal of treatment in one of two situations. So if a person can't make their own healthcare decisions, they're in a substantial and irreversible loss of mental capacity consisting of a persistent vegetative state, and it's not going to change. So that's the Terry Schiavo circumstance, where if she had executed a power of a healthcare proxy, that wouldn't have been an issue. The other one is an incurable or irreversible condition, which will cause their death in a short period of time. So basically the no-hope situations, which is when I like to allow an individual to withdraw treatment. Now, when you're appointing your agent, make sure it's an agent who's going to carry out your wishes. These documents give your agent lots and lots of powers, or very limited powers, but they're useless unless your agent will actually perform what you want. Don't use the ones at the doctor's office.
And what's the disadvantage of that?
The disadvantage is it's not complete. I'll talk about that in a couple of slides, actually, some of the deficiencies with the ones in the doctor's office. The ones in the doctor's office are bare bones. There's lots of blanks. You're not lawyers. A lot of the time, people executing them have never had to use one for somebody or never gone through it, and they don't understand the powers that they're really going to want. For example, the one in the doctor's office doesn't allow the withdrawal of a partner back to your house. So this is a huge power. This allows you to take your ward as the agent out of the hospital and bring them to hospice care, bring them to the house where you and your family can be with this person in their final moments, as opposed to being in a very sterile environment in the hospital. Little things like that, I have clients come back to me and say, thank you for putting that in. Thank you, because we could all be with them. I was sleeping next to them, in our home.